questions. So this is what to expect on test day. There's a urinary system section, a male reproductive system section, and a female reproductive system section. With each of those sections, there's going to be models and slides. So there's going to be kidney models and slides, male reproductive models and slides, female reproductive models and slides. That's the organization of the test. Now, all of the questions that I can ask, so you're going to see more than one of these, because I can only ask you about 4 questions per station. I've got a lot more than 4 things on here that I can identify. So I'm just going to hold one of these up, but I'll try to be as comprehensive as possible with all the questions that I like to ask about this. Start at the very beginning. So what area of the kidney am I pointing to? That's the cortex. That's where all of the nephrons are located. This area of the kidney is the medulla. Now, specific structures in the medulla. Renal pyramids. I don't usually ask a functional question for that. They just house the collecting ducts, but I usually don't ask a functional question, just identify renal pyramid. Now, at the apex, which means the point of each pyramid, there's a minor calyx. So I'm pointing to the minor calyces. There's a minor calyx. It's just open because it was cut open. There's a minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx. The function of those, they collect formed urine. I'm not going to ask you about a major calyx. That would be this common area here, here, here. I might ask you about this one though. That's the renal pelvis, right here. Number 4 on this one.
Okay, so if you're asking about the medulla, where exactly would you?
I would put a giant piece of tape across the whole thing and say,
Okay.
name the area.
Okay.
So it would be indicative of the type of question. So everything else I'm going to ask you for a specific structure.
Okay.
If I ask for an area, then it's cortex or medulla.
Okay.
This is the renal pelvis, so I would say name this structure.
Okay.
List its function. It's the same as a calyx. Collects formed urine. Name this structure. Ureter. Function. Transports urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Now I'm going to do the circulation, the vessels, also found on here. I'll start with the arteries and then we'll do the veins. Renal artery. So I would put the tape here, say name this vessel, renal artery. If I put a piece of tape on the first branch off of the renal artery, which in this case, the best one is right where I'm pointing my finger. It's this short branch here. That's the segmental, or it's a segmental artery. So there's renal artery, segmental artery. The next, if you just memorize the progression, the next branch are the interlobar arteries. Those always go up between the pyramids, up the renal columns. So there's a ton of them on here. I can see at least a half dozen interlobar arteries. Here's one, here's one, here's one. They're the ones that go up to this top region. Then, once the interlobar arteries get to the top of a pyramid, they branch over the base of the pyramid. Right here and here are the best examples of arcuate arteries, and then finally, cortical radiate arteries are these small ones radiating out to the cortex. On the venous side, it's the same except for there are no segmental veins. So on the venous side, it goes cortical radiate vein, arcuate vein, interlobar veins, those all go down this way, and those merge into the renal vein. There are no segmental veins. That's this model.